Art studios here, and I hope you are fine and doing well in your life. So in this video I'm gonna share my journey to taking admission in National College of Arts. Story starts from my childhood. I was obsessed to draw. I was obsessed to sketch different fruits, different trees, nature, and as well sports cars. And when I promoted into 6th grade, I started to have an interest in portraits. Like I started to draw portraits of different actors and actresses. And after completing my artworks, I always like to show to my classmates, and for sure they appreciate. They said, "Oh, dude, you didn't do that." Well, I did a lot of portraits, and every year an exhibition held in my college. It was annual exhibition, and from 6th to 7th grade, I did a lot of performing art. Like I did my own poetry, and I demonstrate martial art and gymnastics as well. So when I got into the 8th grade, I started to realize that I can display my artwork in a room like an art gallery. When I got this idea, quickly I make an appointment and went to the principal's office, and I talked to him about that how obsessed I am about arts. And he said, "Okay, firstly you have to show your artworks, then we will decide." And I said, "I will come tomorrow again with my artworks." And again tomorrow, when I show them my artworks to him, he really appreciated that. "Oh yes, they are actually they are good." Finally he gave me opportunity to display my artwork in a room like an art gallery. Now, finally, I felt good, and I gathered my artworks and went to the room. With my artworks, I realized one thing, that my artworks were in different size. I decided to cut them in good size and combination of cutting and paste them on wall like A4 size, then A3, A4, and as well like this. And after displaying my artworks, after one day, finally exhibition begins. And I really want to tell you that I got a lot of critique, but also I got a lot of advices from my senior artists that were actually having degree from different art universities. On that time, I did this same stuff for next 2 years, and when I got into the intermediate level, somebody told me that there is an actual place where you can have degree, there you can turn your passion into profession. I said, "Okay, good," and I started to start research on it. And like what is the eligibility criteria, and what type of test I'm gonna get. And I started to prepare myself whole year, and finally I applied, and they announced the test date. And I went to the college for the test. I attempted the test, but when they announced the final list after 2 months, when I have a look on the list, I didn't find my name in the list. It really was a disappointment. And then again, I decided to join a studio, and I joined 2, but I didn't felt that I am making any progress because they were teaching good, but the process of teaching was too slow. So finally I decided to do it all by myself. I started to give 5 to 6 hours to still life training daily. Like it was like a film's sequence. I patched a calendar on the wall and started to track the progress, that really I am making a progress or not. Finally, again they announced the test date. I went to the college for a test and I attempted it, and I was feeling good. I went back to the home because I know I did a lot of efforts, I do a lot of hard works, I do a lot of prayers, and so that's why I was feeling satisfied. And after 1.5 months they announced the final result, and when I look in my phone on the list, there is my name in the front of the list. Feelings was so energetic, and I show gratitude, the word of thank. I got into the NCA, but it was the first part. The second part was remaining. That was an interview. This was last part, and I started to prepare myself for interview in front of the mirror, like while making a connection between my intellect and tongue and so on. And finally I went to the college for an interview. They asked about my family, they asked about what are hobbies I have, what activities I like to do. There were also some general knowledge questions, and I did respond to all that questions, and at the end they said you can go. At that time I have 2 paintings with me, and I insist them that I want to show. They said no need to show, you can go. I insist again because I took a lot of time to paint these paintings, that's why these are looking realistic. So when I showed them my both paintings, they said amazing, good. And finally I leave the office and I sat on the bench, and I was feeling good because I gave my best. Now there are 2 things. If a person do a wrong thing, obviously he will feel guilt, and if a person do right thing, definitely he feel good. So at that time I was feeling good, and I went back to the home, and after 2 months finally they announced the final result, and there is still my name on the front of the list, and I show gratitude to the God again. And finally I got into the NCA, and the story ends here. Guys, tell me what are your regards to this journey, to this struggle. And if you didn't subscribe my channel, do subscribe my channel, like, comment, share as well.